out here that do great, that rebounding defense. I think are really good defensively. The rebounding, the assists, the things like that. But the thing is, we're talking specifically about the scoring that their need. We just talked about it with the girls. It's got to be more spread out, more diverse in the scoring column. It does for the boys too.
Yeah, and you got to have multiple players who are putting the biscuit in the basket.
Yeah,
and that's what we're looking for tonight.
I'll say this: this is the game that really everybody's been waiting on. In the big scheme of things, it's not as important as you think it is because they could possibly meet 4 times.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
I think in the region, these are the 2 teams that probably everybody's looking at. I'll tell you an interesting story. When it came off the dead period last spring, Wayne County could just start practice, and everybody could just start practice back. Well, Coach Frank's 110 is when third block's over, so Coach Frank's, he'll go through afternoon break, and normally take head out about 120. Man, at 111, he's on a stalk through the hallway out to the gym. And I said, man, first day, you're already on a mission? He said, we got to find a way to beat Perry County.
Yeah.
So when the horn sounded in the semifinal game last year, when they fell just short, everybody really knew that in the district, and maybe in the region, but in the district, it's been Frank Hughes the last 2. Everybody knew now that the big rivalry was going to be Wayne County, Perry County. It's going to be between those 2.
Yeah. Man, I agree with you wholeheartedly. This is the game, but like you said, we may see these 2 teams play each other as many as 4 times this year.
Yeah.
So this is just kind of a preview.
And I'll say this, like I said, so what happens in these games, you're trying to figure out, you want to win the game because you feel like maybe you get a mental edge on the team if you beat them. Well, they don't know if they can beat us or not, and whether that's true or not, everybody thinks that. But then you get into your scouting teams. You want to see what works against them, what doesn't. They'll play again the regular season. You play in the district. You may play in a region. But the important thing, basketball in high school is a tournament sport.
Yep.
So what you do in a district, David Bird used to even say the district doesn't matter. It's when you get to the region tournament, Eagleville could be the best team in the state.
Yes.
Over on the sub-state, if you look at their scores. So it's a possibility these 2 could meet in the region finals if they get that far, and then there's a lot on the line by who you're playing in the sub-state. You play at home, you travel. So, you think about how many, 2 years ago, Frank Hughes and Wayne County played 4 times.
Yep.
And it came down to that. So, this year, it could be that again. And they've got a lot of good freshmen. We got a lot of good freshmen. So I think you're going to have a really intense rivalry for at least the next 4 years.
Absolutely. And we're going to bring you all that action. So stay right here with us. Boys action coming up in about 7 minutes. You're listening to Wayne County Basketball on Big Oldies. It's
Your Wayne County High School Wildcats. At this time, let's meet our guests from Perry County. Number 0, Colton Peevahouse. Number 2, Brody Lee. Number 3, Jake Mercer. Number 4, Landon Warren. And number 5,
basketball game tonight as your Wildcats are playing host to Perry County, looking back to getting back in the win column after a tough loss to. And I'm joined now in the booth by Will Mosley. I want to appreciate a big shout out to David Sisk, who stepped in for the girls game tonight. Will was helping out with the PA system here in the gym as Greg Martin was away for a little. He came in, and now Will is back in his rightful place in the booth. And I tell you what, man, I love the fact that in Wayne County we got so many color guys who know the sport. All I have to do is report the news and what's happening on the floor, and you guys fill in the gaps.
I don't know, brother. I can tell you that David Sisk is a man with a lot of wisdom when it comes to basketball. Coach Franks loves him as a person, but he loves him even more as a coach, and he hated the fact that he decided to step away.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you your starting lineups here, folks. For the Vikings, I got 00, Colton Peevahouse. Number 2, Brody Lee. Number 3, Jake Mercer. Number 4, Landon Warren. Number 5, Kenner Haston. And for the Wildcats, we got number 10, Logan Davis. Number 12, Case Bryant. Number 25, Cayman Canfield. Number 32, Nate Beavis. And number 33, Case Butler. I'll tell you what, Kitchens, we're in for it tonight.
It's going to be a dogfight right here.
It is.
And Wayne County controls the tip as Case Butler is able to get the ball over to Cayman Canfield. He gets the ball to Davis, and Davis is setting up the offense. Got the 2 fingers in the air, ready to go. Working inside to Canfield. Canfield back out to Davis. Davis kicks over to Brian in the corner and swings it back around to Nate Beavis. Perry County in his zone defensively on the half-court end. Butler with the basketball gets it back to Beavis. Now Beavis working back inside, kicks it back out to Logan Davis. Davis with a 3-pointer off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound gathered by Peevahouse, and Perry County with the basketball brings it back up the floor.
You know, I was keeping up, or I was checking out the stats and everything before the games.
Gosh.
Man, and that's what that right there. With I was worried about that with number 5 there, Kenner Hastings knocking down a big 3.
And Haston knocks down a big 3 to start the game. But on the other end of the floor, Canfield puts up a 3 to try to answer. A little too strong off the iron. Rebound collected by Peevahouse. He passes ahead, and they kick the ball across the court back over to Brody Lee. Lee goes up strong, and he's going to get blocked and put away by Case Butler. Butler got in there, made a great play defensively as the Cats were just struggling to get back defensively.
They were. They came running out. That's one thing that I was also worried about, and we knew about it. We used to call it like snowbirding, but I don't think it's necessarily snowbirding tonight because they were just flying down. And my goodness. Let's quit talking because every time I talk, that guy scored.
Perry County's going to fly. They're going to go tempo, and they're going to try to run the Cats tonight. That's exactly what we're going to try to do. Easton picks up his second one there as he goes inside, and he converts the layup, and he gets fouled on the way as well. Logan Davis picks up his first foul of the game, first team foul against Wayne County, and Wayne County behind 6-0 here early in the contest. Now Beavis brings the ball to the floor. Perry County applying a little bit of pressure defensively. He gets it across the timeline, gives it to Canfield. Canfield knocks down that 3-pointer. Cuts the lead in half, so Canfield answers. Now he's working against Aston on the half-court defense. Aston gives the ball back over to Brody Lee. Lee swings it back around to Peevahouse. Peevahouse with the jump cut inside, pulls up, shot no good, off the mark. Rebound collected there, and the putback by Peevahouse with the tip back gets the 2 points for Perry County. Now Davis dribbles the ball up the floor. He's going to get trapped and triple teamed immediately. He finds Cayman Canfield, who puts up another 3-pointer. That one's going to come up short, and it's going to roll out of bounds off of Wayne County. So Wayne County trailing 8-3 here with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter of action. Perry County with possession brings the ball back up the floor. Swings around to Mercer. Mercer tries to get the cut inside. Instead, it goes out of bounds. I believe it's going to be last touch by Wayne County, so Perry County going to retain possession. Lee taking the ball out on the baseline, and he gets the ball in, looking to get the ball to Haston. Haston being guarded and defended there by Canfield, and the ball out of bounds off Canfield.
You know, the Hastings, their coach, he played NBA, and that Hastings kid is his son. He's got another one on the bench that will see some playing time tonight too.
Inside out work, and they find Landon Warren in the corner. Warren knocks down a three-pointer. Virtually no effort at all whatsoever. That was just a silky smooth shot. And now Perry County they're applying pressure defensively. Get the ball across and over to Case Bryant. Bryant with a wide open three on the wing, and he puts up the shot off the mark, no good. Rebound is collected underneath by Landon Warren for Perry County, and they're going to get Case Bryant with the foul as he was just hustling trying to get to the basketball, and he commits the foul. The turnover back over to Perry County. 5:34 to go, first quarter.
Yeah, the Wildcats are going to have to get after the ball tonight. Every shot that goes up, they got to get their tail ends on somebody.
Logan Davis got his hand in there, affected the shot, knocked it away. Canfield gave it back to Davis, going back up the floor. Davis missed the layup, and Perry County with the rebound pushed it back up the floor and found Jake Mercer in the corner, who knocked down a three. With 5:15 to go here in the first quarter, we got a timeout on the floor as Wayne County takes their first timeout of the game, and I think this is a well-taken timeout. Right now, it's getting away from you, and it's getting away from you early.
Yeah, and that has the potential on either side, really. And right now, the Vikings have come out really hot. Almost every shot that they've put up has been in. You know, according to their statistics, in a lot of ways, they shoot above 30% as a team. And when it comes to free throws, they shoot above 80%.
Yeah, this is a good shooting basketball team. They're fast, they're tall. I mean, they got a lot of length, and they're going to stretch the floor. I promise you that.
They've been playing together for quite some time as well. And then they added the two freshmen, Brody Lee and Hastings kid.
Nice cut underneath. The Cats do a good job there breaking the press. Get the ball across to Case Bryant. Bryant finds Case Butler cutting underneath the basket, and Butler with the reverse layup. Now Perry County with the basketball, moving back up the floor. Cutting underneath to Peevahouse. Peevahouse being guarded there by Logan Davis. The shot no good. Rebound collected by Peevahouse, and we're going to get a foul called underneath as he was going back up for another shot. To see who they're going to call here. They got about three options. It's going to go against Nate Beavis as Beavis is going to pick up his first foul. That's three fouls now against Wayne County here in the first quarter. Puts Peevahouse at the line to shoot two. The first one, no good.
That's what I was trying to say earlier about getting your tail ends in somebody. That shot went up right there, and there were three Cats standing underneath just watching, and that's why they got the rebound and eventually got the foul and got to shoot those free throws and made the second one there.
Yeah, Peevahouse 1 for 2 there on that trip to the line. So 15-5 the score here. Wayne County down 10 early. Davis with the basketball working around the right-hand side. He gets over to Case Bryant. Bryant inside to Canfield. Canfield immediately collapsed, and three gold jerseys on him. Ball collected by Nate Beavis, and Beavis saves it back in, but he saves it right to Brody Lee for Perry County. Lee trying to pass ahead, gets the ball over to the corner, but he overthrows Mercer, and the ball goes out of bounds into the concession stands. Nice.
Both teams have one turnover right now. He just misread that right there. He should have been able to get it to him right there into the bucket.
And that's a big break for Wayne County right there, because if he gets that pass to where he wants to go, it's an easy basket. Logan Davis on the jump stop. Puts up a shot, no good. Rebound collected by Butler. Now Davis drives inside, and Logan is going to get called with a charge as Landon Warren was in position, had his feet set. Logan knocked him to the ground. That's going to be Logan's second foul here as that's going to turn the ball back over to Perry County.
Checking in for the Cats, number 2 freshman, number 22, Drew August, and number 21, Casey Mosley. You know, on that charge call right there, that really could have went anyway.
It could have.
You know, Logan didn't get much contact on that kid, but that's why you can't fall straight down like that. You got to fade away from him.
Mm-hmm. Davis goes to the bench with his 2 fouls. Butler to the bench as well, and now the drive inside. Hastings working inside against Canfield, puts up a shot, and I believe we're going to get Canfield's going to pick up his first foul of the game.
That was a pretty smart move by Hastings right there. So he went up with the ball, and it's almost like he saw Kamin's hand coming down, so he tucked it in on the inside, causing Kamin to come across his body like that, which is what drew the foul.
First shot at the line, no good, and now checking into the game for Perry County is going to be number 25, Cooper Hastings, who's a freshman coming into the game.
Yeah, he's solid too, though.
Kenner Hastings' second shot falls through, and so 11-point lead now, and now Case Bryant run the point for Wayne County as Davis has had to go to the bench with 2 fouls. We got Bryant, Bogus, Mosley, Canfield, and Beavis on the floor for the Cats right now. The kick out to Case Bryant. Bryant swings it around, passes it over to Drew Bogus. Bogus with a three-point look. No good. Rebound collected by Cooper Haston, and he gets the ball back out to Peevahouse. He's going to bring the ball back up the floor for Perry County. 16-5 your score, 3:30 to go here in the first quarter. Mosher with possession. He drives the lane. He puts up a little floater over the defender, falls through, and it is good. Now 18-5 to score. Perry County out in front. Bryant brings the ball back up the floor for Wayne County. Gets it over to Bogus. Bogus kicks it back out to Bryant. Bryant with the shot fake. Passes it back to Bogus. Now Bogus looks to go with it, and he just a bad pass there. Steps in front by Peevahouse. Peevahouse takes it back up, and that's one of those opportunities right there where a guy trying to showboat and knock down a slam instead of just laying the ball up. That's going to take 2 points away from Perry County.
Yeah, and now we're going to get him a 4 to shoot the 3 right there, and I believe they're going to call a push on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I mean by boxing out.
Yeah.
You do things like that, and you're going to get that against these tall guys, especially since a young freshman, number 25, Cooper Hastings, who's used to being taller than everybody in middle school, and then coming out trying to do that, and it's going to cause a foul.
Now, looks like Cayman Canfield is going to go to the line here to shoot 2. The officials confused about who's in the bonus and who isn't. Perry County has committed 1 foul. Wayne County has got 5 fouls. They were going to put Cayman on the line to shoot 2, thinking the Cats were in the bonus.
I would have took it.
I would have taken it too. I mean, Cayman was going to the line. He's like, hey, you want to give me the shots? I'll take them. Warren Canfield checks into the game for the Cats as Case Bryant goes to the bench for a rest. Now, Warren Canfield with the ball in the wing in the corner puts up a three-pointer, no good. And look at Case and Mosley down there fighting for possession. He gets the tie up there and the jump ball, but the possession arrow with Perry County going to give the Vikings the basketball back. 18-5 your score, 2:40 to go here in the first quarter of action as Hastings brings the ball up the floor for Perry County. He just stops and puts up a 3. He's been watching LeBron James. He was trying to get the flop call there as Canfield was guarding him, and a little bit of contact, but not enough there to call the foul. And so the ball out of bounds off of Perry County. Now Warren Canfield brings the ball back up the floor for the Cats. He kicks it into Nate Beavis, back out to Bogus. Now Bogus working back out to the top of the key. He dribbled and picked up, so he's got to go somewhere with it. He finds Beavis. Now Beavis drives inside, kicks out to Warren G. Warren in the corner, three-pointer away, just a little short, off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound chased down by Cayman Canfield, who passes inside to Casey Mosley. Mosley puts up a left-hander, off the mark, no good, and the rebound collected by Perry County. Now Hastings with the ball, bringing it back up the floor, and he's going to slow down and set up the offense for the Vikings.
Yeah, student section getting into the game right now. That could really help the Wildcats out, especially in the second half when they're on this side.
Yep.
I like what the Cats are doing right there. They're calling each other screens, but these guys have what they call a clutch shot, like double zero there with Peevahouse hitting that two-pointer.
Yeah.
If you don't know what a clutch shot is, that was the definition of it. You drive and just all of a sudden pick it up and shoot. That's a really clutch shot, and this team, they can do that.
Yeah, Peevahouse found his spot and just put up the shot like he didn't even think or hesitate. It just went in. Now the turnover there, but Mosley with active hands gets the balls back for the Cats. Finds Cayman Canfield, who cuts to the basket and kisses it off the glass. Good for 2 points. Makes it a 20-7 basketball game. We've got 1:10 to go here in the first quarter of action. Peevahouse with the basketball. He picks up the dribble and gets it over to the elder Hastings. Now Hastings working against Canfield, drives the lane, goes in. And we're going to get a travel call against Hastings, who's going to turn the ball back over to the Cats. We got just under a minute to play.
And his coach/dad knew that, and he's chewing him out for it.
Yep. Now Cayman Canfield with the basketball. He gets it back over to Warren G. Warren dribbles around, finds Drew Bogus. Now Bogus with authority, driving in to try to take it inside. The shot off the mark, no good, but the ball out of bounds off of Perry County. Landon Warren trying to get in there to get the ball back and just not able to corral it. So the basketball stays with Wayne County. Inbounds pass to Warren Canfield, and Canfield wanted to get the ball back into Cayman inside. Cayman was in position, but the kick ball by Perry County going to retain possession with Wayne County here at this point. So the Cats with the basketball, and this time the pass inbounds to Nate Beavis up at the front court. Now Nate dribbles, and we're going to get a carry call. Nate, I love Nate, but man, he's not the ball handler.
He's got a really strong roll. on the team, and I don't think sometimes that is it. However, he does really good at what he's supposed to be doing right there, and he did. He carried the basketball.
Yeah. Warren with the basketball now. Kicks it back around to Hastings. Hastings pulls around, drives. He's going to get pulled up and stopped. Now he gets it back over to Warren. Warren with a little floater from about 18 feet. And there's that clutch shot you're talking about. He just picks it up the dribble, knocks it down. Now Canfield with the basketball, bringing it back up the floor. He gets Mosley underneath. Mosley with a shot. Oh, and they're going to call Casey Mosley with a travel.
He did. He drove that foot and took another step. He done it, and that's a freshman mistake. That's a freshman move. I know it's something his dad's been talking to him about. He's got to continue to work on that.
Yeah. 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Perry County with a commanding 22-7 lead. Warren with the ball inside. He gets it back out to Peevahouse at the top of the key. Peevahouse puts up a three-pointer, no good. And we're going to get a push call underneath as Cayman Canfield came out with basketball. I believe that's going to go against Perry County. That is going to go against Cooper Hastings.
That's his second.
It's picking up his second foul of the game, second team foul against Perry County. And with 0.2 seconds to go, the Cats just going to try to inbound the ball and get a quick shot off. And that's what Canfield does. No good. At the end of the first quarter, your score, Perry County 22, Wayne County 7. We'll be back with second quarter action. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball on Big Oldies.
$15. Okay.
Your score here at the start of the second quarter of action, Wayne County trails Perry County by a score of 22-7. Perry County has come out in this basketball game with their hair on fire. They're knocking down high percentage shots. They're taking clutch shots, and they're making everything. And it's not just one guy on the floor. They got several guys that are knocking down meaningful shots. On the other side, Wayne County struggling to find a way to struggle to score and get the ball in the basket.
Yeah, Cayman's only leading us with 5 points right now, and they've got 4 guys that are knocking on double digits already. So, we've got to do our best right here to make sure we're feeding down inside the post and getting them in foul trouble.
Yep. Logan Davis, Case Butler, Case Bryant, Cayman Canfield, and Drew Bogus on the floor to start the second quarter. Nice cut backside to Drew Bogus. Nice fade there. Cayman Canfield with the low. 2 guys collapse on him, and he just looked over his shoulder and saw Drew Bogus coming in, found him there for the easy layup. That's the kind of play you need.
It is. That's a veteran eye by Cayman, and then you got a freshman who knows the game. He's got a good basketball IQ, and that's why he cut, and that's why he got that basket.
And they're going to call Nate Beavis with a carry, and then on that end of the floor, he holds the ball up over his head and no carry.
Yeah.
Now a foul call going against one underneath the basket. I believe that's going to go against Case Butler. Case is going to pick up his first foul of the game, and that's going to put Jake Mercer at the line with an opportunity to shoot 2.
Man.
And the first one is going to be good.
That's got to get down the floor.
Yes. Second shot from Mercer is good as well. 24. Oh. And now Logan Davis takes the inbounds pass, and he's going to bring up the floor. Perry County in the zone defensively in the half court. They got 2-3 happening. Logan Davis with the basketball, dribbles around, pulls up, gets it to Canfield inside. Now Cayman with a contested shot. Rattles. He was there. The ball did everything but fall. It just rolled all over the rim and just came out. Rebound collected by Perry County, and Peevahouse drives it inside, takes it all the way through the paint, and nice finish there for Peevahouse.
Very athletic.
Mm-hmm. This is an athletic basketball team that we're playing against tonight.
Well, they've got about 5 guys just like that. So
Logan Davis with a feed over to Case Bryant. Bryant with a three-pointer away, no good. And we're going to get a foul called underneath the basket as the Cats were trying to get a position to get the rebound, and I believe that's going to pick up his first foul of the game, first team foul. Perry County.
I'll take it, but I'm not sure what that call was.
No, I'm not sure what it was either, but yeah, I'm like you. We'll take what we can get at this point. Canfield comes out with the basketball. They're going to say
Landon Warren,
I believe, is going to get caught with a foul there.
He is the best rebounder on the floor right now.
Yeah. So Landon Warren picks up his second team foul now against Perry County. Non-shooting foul, so the ball remains with Wayne County, but no shots for it. Now inside the Canfield. Canfield kicks it out to Drew Bogus in the corner. Three-pointer away. That's a freshman making some big contribution right there. Drew Bogus, for the second time in this quarter, has found himself in the right place. Came in Canfield with the find and the feed and the finish.
Got to stay on the floor. Quit jumping at these shot fakes. We've got to stay down.
Now Peva House passes around and gets the ball back over to Brody. Brody with the three-pointer away, no good. Rebound collected by Cayman Canfield. Canfield brings the ball back up the floor. Bryant on the feet ahead. The layup, no good. And that shot was affected by Hastings. If Hastings came in the backside and got right up in Case's face, Case not able to convert and the ball out of bounds. They're going to say it's Perry County basketball, as Case being the last one to touch. Perry County's going to take a timeout.
Yeah, they're going to take a 30-second timeout here. He didn't like the fact that Wildcats were starting on a little run right there. The Wildcats started figuring some stuff out, getting down the floor, started doing what they should be doing, which is boxing out. And that's why Cayman got that rebound over Mercer. Yeah, he's taller than Mercer, but Mercer knew he had no chance the way Cayman had him pushed out away from the rim.
Right.
That is legal. You can do that. You get low, and if they jump, make a jump toward the ball. I promise you it's going to be a foul. If the refs have any idea, it'll be a foul.
Absolutely. You got to play the game, right? And it's not just about playing the game on the floor. You got to play the mind game. You got to know what you're doing and make sure you get yourself in position.
Exactly.
Peva House takes the inbounds. He's bringing it back up the floor. Cats going into his own defensively on the half court. Gets it around to Hastings. Hastings gets it around to Mercer. Now Mercer working against Davis. Kicks it back around to Warren and gets it back over to Brody Lee. Lee brings it back out.
He called a double. He's gonna get that on. He's gonna get that on Case.
Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Yeah, Case Butler going to pick up that foul there.
That's his second.
That's his second foul of the game. Second team foul now for Wayne County. Perry County is going to retain possession on their end of the floor. 26-12 the score here. That may be one of the worst calls I've seen all season.
Well, I agree with the call. I just don't know. Well, I say the call. I'm going to say the foul. I just don't know how it was a double foul. Right there, I'm not.
Right. Canfield with the three-pointer away, no good, off the back of the iron, and the rebound collected by Perry County. Man, we're not keeping track of the rebounding stats, but they've got to be out-rebounding. It's like 2-1 right now.
Easily, especially that first quarter. That first quarter, they really got them. Now, we're going to get a Wayne County foul right here, I believe.
Bogus, yeah. Drew Bogus is going to pick up the foul there. It's going to be his first foul of the game, third team against Wayne County, and now checking in for Perry County is number 41, Eric Peters, who's coming into the game. Now the inbound East try to get the ball to Hastings, and the ball deflected, knocked away, collected by Case Bryant, who takes it back in transition and gets the layup. Wayne County has cut in the lead, knocked it down to 12 points. And this is what you got to do. You just got to get stops on defense and try to chip away at this thing at this point.
That's what I was saying to you earlier about staying away from the three-pointers and focusing on the inside game. You focus on that right now, and we're going to be in this ballgame.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, what a great pass, and just not able to handle it as the ball goes out of bounds off of Case Bryant. Case was in great position. I think about shooting before he had the ball, and the ball goes out of bounds.
He couldn't get his hands on it. You know, we had 5 turnovers in the first quarter.
Yeah.
To there, too.
Now the pass inside to Warren. Warren is going to get the finish, and I believe they're going to get Case Butler with the foul underneath. That's going to be Case's third foul. We got 4:44 to go here in the second quarter. 14 fouls against Wayne County here in the second quarter, and that's going to put Warren on the line to try to convert a three-point play. But Butler's going to have to go to the bench, and Mosley's going to check back in.
And I hate that, you know, because Butler was playing well. He was getting very active. That's when that double foul goes against you there. I don't know if he pushed, grabbed, or what he done, but apparently the ref didn't like what he seen.
Warren converts the three-point play and extends the lead back out to 15. 29-14 the score. And Wayne County just needs to find a way to get some stops and get some baskets here on this end of the floor here. Now Logan Davis with the basketball swings around to Canfield over to Bogus. And we're going to get is that a travel call?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He pass faked, and when he pass faked, he also moved that.
Drug that foot.
Yeah, he sure did.
So it's going to turn the ball back over for Wayne County. Perry County now with the basketball. Hastings brings the ball up the floor, gets it back around 2. That's going to be Brody Lee with the basketball.
Yeah.
Kicks it back over to Hastings. Now Hastings working against Canfield. He wanted to drive. Canfield cut him off. Instead, they swing it back around to Brody Lee. Lee swings it back out to Hastings on the elbow. Hastings gets it back around to Peters. Peters gets it over to Mercer. Mercer with the shot fake. Gives it to Warren back out to Hastings. Now Hastings going to drive the baseline, and he's going to put a floater over Mosley. No good. Rebound collected by Drew Bogus. Bogus with a pass ahead to Case Bryant. Bryant wanted the shot, but he had a man right in his face. Now the pass inside to Mosley. Mosley is going to get mauled on his way to the basket. That's going to be an easy foul call there. That's going to give Case an opportunity to shoot 2.
You see what he did right there. Let's get this foul. Now, he called it on foul, so that's going to be on Kenner. That's going to be his first. Now, you seen what Mosley done right there. When Mosley went to drive, did you see where he tucked the basketball? He done the same thing that Hastings done down there on the other end that got Kamen on a foul.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's athletic. That's basketball moves. That's a high basketball IQ.
Yeah.
He makes that first one, and now he's going to shoot his second one up right now. And we missed. We've got to get this board.
And the miss is there off the back of the iron. Rebound collected by Brody Lee. They haven't put the point up on the – well, yeah, they have. 29-15. There it is. So 29-15 the score. As Wayne County tries to cut in here. Now Hastings with the basketball. Swings it back around to Mercer. Mercer has the ball over in the corner. He pulls it back out, gets it back out to Peters. Peters finds Landon Hastings over on the elbow, and Kenner Hastings knocks down that three-pointer. Makes it a 17-point game. We're just over 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Now Bogus with the basketball drives the lane. He goes up and he finishes strong. Gets a nice favorable roll, and we just can't afford to be trading baskets with these guys right now. Defensively, we've got to get some stops.
Well, that's the only way we're going to be able to get back in this game. I ain't going to say we're out of it just yet, but we've got to keep them from scoring. I know that's, goes without saying.
Yeah.
But this is a team right here that can just straight run away with you like it's a NASCAR race if you do not get after them.
Peters inside to Hastings. Hastings goes up with a shot, and I believe they're going to get Drew Bogus with a foul. That's going to be Bogus' second foul. 15 foul now against they're going to say it was Mosley with the foul. So Mosley picks up his first foul of the game, and that's going to put Kenner Hastings at the line to shoot 2. Now checking into the game for Perry County is going to be number 34, Ryan Mars. Checks into the game as Hastings knocks down the first of his 2 free throws. Second free throw is up, and it is good. Perry County has doubled up Wayne County at this point. 2:46 to play here in the first half. It's a 34-17 basketball game. Davis brings the ball back up the floor for the Cats. He gives it over to Bogus. Bogus he's shouting instructions. He wants something, and they get the ball inside to Canfield. Canfield kicks it back out to Logan Davis. Davis finds Case Bryant at the top of the key. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound collected by Bryant, and he finds Camden Canfield standing right at the free throw line, who knocks down an easy 2-pointer.
Yeah, that was a nice little move. See, he felt it. You're a shooter. My son actually asked me this, and I'll try to be real quick so you can get back to this.
Oh, you're fine.
My son asked me one day, he said, how did you know that he was going to miss that? Or how did I know that I was going to miss that? I said, son, you can feel it. If you shoot enough, you'll figure this out. And Case Bryant has done that. He spends hours in the gym shooting, and he knew it was all. Crashed the board.
There it is.
That rebound.
Good job rebounding by Camden Canfield. That's what we need right there. We need stops defensively, and then we got to convert on this end. Camden Canfield with the miss, but Drew Bogus coming in like Superman, collecting the rebound and the putback, and now Perry County is going to take another timeout.
Drew Bogus is leading the Cats right now on points. He's got 11 points already in this ball game.
Drew Bogus with 11 of Wayne County's 21 points.
Correction, 9.
9 of our 21 points. Okay. Not quite in double figures yet, but he's going to get there. 34-21, your score here with 1:48 to play in the first half. Perry County is taking their second time out as their Coach Hastings definitely saw something he did not care for, and he called that timeout.
He saw us get 2 rebounds.
Yeah, he's right in his players' faces, man.
Yeah, we've got the last 3 rebounds, which is exactly how we need this to go.
Yes. Yeah. You got to attack the boards, and then you got to convert points on the other end. Kamen puts up the shot there, and Drew just comes in and collects the rebound and the putback. Nothing to it. Now, Mercer brings the ball up the floor for Perry County, and illegal. We got an illegal screen on the offensive end of the floor. That's going to turn the ball back over to the Cats. And the Cats with another opportunity to cut into this lead as Morris is going to pick up his first foul of the game. Ryan Mars.
Yeah.
So Mars picks up his first foul. 5 now both teams in the bonus for the remainder of the half. Vargas with the basketball, dribbles around, kicks it over to Bryant. Bryant swings it around to Canfield in the corner. Canfield's shot, no good, off the iron, and rebound collected by Perry County. Now the pass ahead to Mercer. Mercer gives it up in the corner to Brody Lee. Brody Lee finds a trailing Hastings behind, who gets the ball, puts up a very awkward shot, no good. It almost went, and we're going to get a foul called, so that's going to put Hastings at the line with a chance to shoot 2. That one's going to go against Vargas. Vargas picks up his second foul of the game.
I can't say that was not a foul, but he was in a very awkward. He went at an awkward position right there. Sometimes when you put yourself out there like that right there, it should not be called a foul.
Agreed.
But if it was the other way around, I'd be smiling ear to ear.
I would so. Yeah. So Perry County converts 2 for 2 on that trip to the line, makes it a 15-point game again. Cats have the possession with just over a minute to play here in the first half. Davis drives, gets the ball inside to Canfield. Canfield kicks it back out to Vargas. Vargas swings it across to Mosley. Mosley goes hard to the basket with the left hand, finishes, and the foul is going to put Kaysen Mosley at the line with a chance to go. I'm going to do that. I promise you I'm going to do that.
Flashback.
Yeah, Kaysen goes to the line with the chance to convert the three-point play. And
hey, the good news is that's Landon Warren's second foul. They've had to go into the bench and pull that Eric, which I didn't even have on the roster here, but they had to go in and grab him to give that guy a break and to keep him from getting his third foul.
Yeah, and Peters back into the game, and Mosley does convert the free throw to convert the three-point play. So now Logan Davis checks out of the game as Beavis checks back in for the Cats. On the floor for the Cats, we've got Mosley, Bryant, Kamen Canfield, Nate Beavis, and Drew. Hastings, three-pointer away, no good, off the front of the iron. Rebound collected by Brody Lee, out of bounds off of, they're going to say it goes off of Wayne County, so Perry County is going to retain possession of the offensive end of the floor. 43.2 seconds to play. The Cats have cut it back down to a 12-point advantage. Perry County was up by 17 just a couple of moments ago, and the Cats have cut into this lead. Now Drew Vargas collects the rebound off the missed shot. He passes ahead to Kamen Canfield. Three! And we knocked it back down to a single-digit basketball game. I tell you what, if the first quarter went a horrible way, this one has gone about as good as you could hope for it to.
As far as getting on,
Hastings, the student section is going crazy right now. Hastings with the basketball, gets it around to Brody Lee. Lee with a shot fake, drives it along the baseline. He's out of bounds. He stepped out, and now we're going to get a travel call. We'll take it. I don't care if it's out of bounds, travel, whatever. That's Wildcat basketball.
Let's go.
As Peters had the ball, he was tiptoeing along the baseline.
He went back to football, man.
Yeah, he did, and trying to keep possession, which I think he was out of bounds to begin with. But I'm 40 feet away. I'm not standing on top of it.
Exactly.
Cats with the basketball. That's all that matters. Davis with the ball. He swings it back around to Case Bryant. Bryant, nice drive inside. He gets it to Vargas. Vargas with a shot right at the buzzer. Just off the back of the iron, no good. Your score at the half, Perry County 36, Wayne County 27. Stay right here with us. We'll be back with halftime stats. You're listening to Wayne County Basketball on Big Oldies. score at the end of the first half. Perry County out in front over Wayne County 36-27. Well, that one was really a tale of two quarters. I mean, the first quarter went about as bad as it could for Wayne County, but then they turned it around a little bit in the second quarter, started clawing back into it. You got some stats there for us, don't you, brother?
I do. See, here the first quarter, we only scored 7 points. They scored 22. They outscored us by a big margin. In the second quarter, we outscored them by 6. You know, we scored 20 and they scored 14. We need another half like that.
Yes, we do.
Actually, another quarter, and then let's just keep the third and fourth quarter going that direction. Now, for your stats, as far as points go for the Vikings, 00 Pete House, he's got 7. Jake Mercer, number 3, he has 7. And number 4, Landon Warren, has 8. And leading the Vikings is number 5, Kenner Hastings, with 14. And for the Cats, we're spreading it out a little bit here. We got 12, Case Bryant with 2. Number 21, Casey Mosley with 4. 22, Drew August with 9. And Cayman Canfield, with that last bucket he made, he became the leading scorer with 10. And number 33, Case Butler, has 2. So both teams are kind of spreading it out pretty evenly for the most part. I think we got one more guy that scored than they have so far, but we've got to come out. I know I've said this over and over again, but it sounds like what do they say the saying is? You're beating a dead horse or something along those lines. You know, but we've got to get box outs in. If we do not get our box outs in, they will take over. And I guarantee you, Coach Hastings, he's smart enough. He's in the locker room right now telling his boys, when they box you out, don't jump over them. Quit going over them because they're going to call you for a foul. It may be in the exact terminology, but that's exactly what he's telling them.
Yeah, I agree. Cats just got to keep it going. And, again, the critical piece here is stops on defense, but then we got to convert points on the offensive end of the floor. And, you know, what we're getting there when you're kind of running down that stat line there is what we like to hear. It's not just Cayman tonight scoring. It's not just Drew tonight scoring. It's everybody is getting involved, and we need that. You know, I think we got a little happy in the first quarter. The wide open 3 looks were there. Well, we're not knocking those down, and when you're not knocking them down, you're not getting the boards. You got to change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we did in the second quarter.
Well, I think if I'm Coach Franks, what I'm telling the guys in the locker room right now is when we take a shot, the shooter, instead of, like we teach you, to follow through, instead of following through and trying to go down the floor.
Yes.
You know, you need to go down the floor and beat that fast break shot there. So, you know, it's the opposite of snowbirding. You know, you send the kid down the floor, it prevents them from being able to chunk it down the floor and get a quick 2 or 3 points. So, you know, if I'm Coach Franks, that's probably what I'm telling them right now. If you're the shooter, release.
Yeah.
Okay, release after you shoot. We know we teach you to crash, but today we need you to release down the floor.
Yeah. 5 minutes or so to go here in halftime. We'll be back with second half action. You're listening to Wayne County Basketball on Big Oldies Radio.
Yeah, probably Logan. Yeah.
Well, Wayne County basketball fans, welcome back into Big Old News Radio. 36-27, Wayne County trailing Perry County at the start of the second half. Wayne County with possession to begin the second half of action. Cayman Canfield drives around the left-hand side, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound collected by Kenner Hastings, and Hastings brings the ball back up the floor. Starting five on the floor for the Cats, and a three-pointer there by Brody Lee.
I thought it was good.
I thought it was good too, but then it bounced off, and it looked good from where I'm sitting here.
Well, it hit the opposite side of the rim or the backboard and had a weird spin. It kissed it and spun it backwards and came back and hit the bottom of the net right there.
Right, exactly. It looked to me like it fell through.
Yes, sir.
And now we're going to get a foul called as Canfield with the basketball on the offensive end of the floor, and I believe that's going to go against number 4, Landon Warren. That's going to be his third foul of the game, first team foul against Perry County here in the third quarter. Cats trailed by 15 at the end of one. They have cut it back down to a 9-point lead here at the half and at the start of the third quarter. Cats just got to keep chipping away at this lead and stay in it. Ball kicked out to Case Bryant. Bryant gets the ball over to Canfield. Canfield feeds Butler, and Butler drives the lane right through the paint, and he gets fouled.
I don't think that's going to be on Hastings. I think it's going to be on number 4 again.
I believe, they're going to call Warren with that foul. So two quick fouls there for Warren here to start the third quarter. That's going to give him 4 fouls right away. 2 team fouls now against Perry County. Now Case needs to knock down these shots. First one's good.
Yeah, I don't. Hastings thought it was on him. He started kind of pouting a little bit and throwing his hands up, and but I would be the same way. I'd be like, wait a minute, that was all ball.
Well, I think if you're Perry County, you'd have rather it been on Hastings because Hastings only has 1 foul.
Right.
And now you've got Warren who's had to go to the bench with 4 fouls.
That's going to be on Case.
Second shot for Case Butler, no good. Rebound collected by Cayman Canfield. Canfield just a little too strong on the putback, and then Butler is going to get called to the foul inside. Now Case Butler with 4 fouls is going to pick up his first team foul for Wayne County. And so Mosley checks back into the game for the Cats as Butler goes to the bench with 4 fouls. Hastings has the basketball, gives it back over to Mercer. Mercer swings it back around to Brody Lee. Lee with the 3-pointer away, no good.
See, that's what I was
there's that over the back push call. Davis did a great job. He got down low, boxing him out, just like you called, Will. And when the guy had to go over his back, they got him there.
Great job, Logan, right there. That was really good. A lot of fans yell and say that's over the back, and really and truly it's a push.
Push, yeah.
And refs, I've talked to several, and it gets on their nerves as they hear them yell over the back.
Yeah, foul's a foul though. I don't care what they call it. Now the inside to Canfield. Now Canfield kicks it back out to Case Bryant. Bryant with the 3-pointer away, no good. Mosley fighting for position with the basketball, and instead Perry County comes out with it. So now Peeva House has the basketball with an 8-point lead. He brings it back up the floor, kicks it back over to Mercer. Mercer kicks it around to Peeva House. Peeva House being guarded there by Davis. Davis gets it back around to Mercer. Mercer with the 3-pointer from the elbow. That one, no question, went right through the center of the cylinder and makes it an 11-point basketball game. Wayne County trailing by 11 now as Davis brings the ball to the floor. He gets it over to Beavis. Beavis dribbles, wants to drive, and he gets it down to Case Bryant. Bryant kicks it back out to Mosley, and Mosley broke that foot once again and gets the travel call. So that's going to turn the ball back over to Perry County. 5:54 to go here in the third quarter of action. We had a 39-28 basketball game.
Both teams have a couple solid freshmen play quality minutes on each side. And these guys, watching them last year in middle school was very fun and interesting. Just in case you didn't know this, Jacob, they both went to James C. Hill State tournaments. And, our guys won, and if I remember correctly, I believe their guys won as well for their class.
We got a lane violation here on this end of the floor against Perry County. That's going to turn the ball back over to the Cats. So trading penalties back and forth, going to give the ball back over to Wildcats with an 11-point deficit. Davis brings the ball back up the floor. He's trying to set up the offense. He gets the ball over to Case Bryant. Bryant dribbles it back around to the top. Now tries to drive inside, kicks it back out to Davis in the corner. And Davis with a shot fake. I think he wanted to go. And we got a whistle. We got a call underneath the basket. That one's going to go against Kenner Hastings. And that's going to be his second foul of the game. 4th team foul now against Perry County here in the third quarter. One more foul Cats are going to be in the bonus shooting for the rest of the quarter.
He's not understanding why they called that a foul. And the reason is because he was trying to create that separation from the seal with his hands, and you cannot do that.
Case Bryant with a three-pointer from the corner, no good. Rebound collected by Perry County. Now the pass ahead to Peevahouse. Peevahouse being guarded and shut down by Beavis. Now he kicks it back out to Mercer. Mercer has the ball, gives it back over to Peevahouse. They had transition, and if he had gone inside, they had the basket. Instead, they give the Cats the opportunity to get back, and now Nate Beavis is going to pick up a foul. I believe that's going to be his second foul.
Yes, sir.
So second foul for Nate Beavis in the game, second team foul now against the Cats here in the third quarter. Beavis goes to the bench along with Case Bryant as Warren Canfield and Drew Bogus check into the basketball game.
You know, I agree with that call, but right there on that screen, did you see 25?
Yeah.
That should have been called for an illegal screen, and 5 should be called for a push right there.
Correct. Peevahouse with the jump stop and passes inside to Hastings, and Hastings puts up a shot. That's going to be the younger Hastings. That's Cooper Hastings, who goes in and finishes. He gets the basket, and he's going to draw the foul from Canfield. Canfield picks up his second foul of the game. That's now third team foul against the Cats, and that's going to put Cooper Hastings at the line with an opportunity to convert the three-point play.
I can't say it enough. Stay down.
Yep. And he did, not able to convert. So the shot no good. Makes it a 41-28 basketball game. Davis drives inside, gets it over to Warren Canfield. Canfield kicks inside to Bogus. Now Bogus for the travel as he faked. He wanted to pass it out. Then he saw the lane open up in front of him, but he took that step before he put it on the floor, and that extra step cost him there. So that's going to turn the ball back over to Perry County.
Yeah, he definitely traveled right there. And I'm not sure if he was actually going to pass it or if he was just trying to fake it. But regardless, he moved both of those feet, and that's going to be a turnover every time.
Logan Davis steps in the passing lane and knocks the ball away. Unfortunately, it goes out of bounds. So the ball out of bounds off Wayne County, going to leave the ball with Perry County. 4:12 to go here in the third quarter. Perry County with a 13-point lead and the basketball. Peevahouse with the stop fake, and he passes it out to Cooper Hastings, who knocks down a three-pointer off the wing, and that's going to make it a 16-point basketball game. Now Warren G with the basketball, gets it back out to Logan Davis. Davis with a shot fake, passes it back over to Warren. Warren down low to Bogus, and Bogus goes up. He's going to get fouled on his way to the basket, and that one's going to go against Cooper Hastings. That's going to put Bogus at the line to shoot two.
I completely agree with that one right there. I didn't know which one they were going to call it on exactly because there was two guys there, but I completely agree with that call. Obviously because it's our team, but I believe it was a foul.
Yeah, Cooper Hastings now with 3 fouls on the floor. Bogus' first shot is up and no good. You got to make these free throws. You know, you're trying to claw back into a basketball game. You get a chance to score with the clock stopped. We got to make these. We got to make these shots.
Well, we've got several guys that shoot 70% or above, but you know they're not fouling those guys.
Yeah.
And that's the guys we need to get at the line.
Bogus 0 for 2 on that trip to the line. Rebound collected by Kason Mosley. Now Mosley is going to get fouled immediately, and that's going to go against Kenner Hastings. That's going to be his third foul of the game, and now Kenner Hastings comes out of the game, and coming into the game for him is going to be number 34, Ryan Mars. So it's going to be Wayne County basketball underneath the basket. No, excuse me, that's going to be because that puts them in the bonus, so now Wayne County is shooting. So Casey Mosley at the line to shoot two.
I was sitting there trying to figure out what the other ref blew his whistle about. They were just simply trying to figure out if he was going to be shooting free throws or not.
Correct. Mosley's good on his first shot. Second shot now on the way.
49% free throw shooting.
Well, he's 2 for 2 on that trip, and we'll take that 100% of the time. Makes it a 44-30 basketball game, and now we'll get a timeout taken. I believe it's going to be taken by Perry County. It's going to be a full timeout as Perry County is going to take a tee here and try to slow things down and set up what they want to do offensively.
Well, I don't, just spectating and watching here, if County slowing down is not what I need, because they are getting up and down the floor. That's how they're making things happen in transition out there. The Wildcats, on the other hand, they're the ones who need to work on slowing things down just a little bit. I'm not talking about slowing down a fast break. I'm just talking about the pace of the ball game. Just slow it down just a little bit. Make the Vikings try to run an offense. If you just let them play one-on-one, with somebody, they're going to have a good chance of getting points right there, getting a bucket. But the Cats need to slow them down and force them to try to run some type of offense.
And the only problem with that is that we're inside of 12 minutes to go in a basketball game, and we still got a 5-possession game at this point.
Yep.
And so, the Cats need to try to make something happen here, but it's definitely going to have to happen on the defensive end of the floor. Cats need to get some stops, and they need to start converting baskets. So we've gotten the defensive stops. It's been great just trying to get the scoring on the other end. I mean, we've only got 3 points in this quarter.
Yeah, see, that's what I was going to say is that when I heard you say that, I was thinking, we haven't really played terrible defensively.
No.
We just got to keep at it right there. Don't allow them to drive either. They're going to try to hold it right now.
Now, Peterhouse going to just hold the basketball there. He gets it over to Mercer, and Mercer holding the ball. Now he's going to give it back over to Peterhouse, and they're just running time is all they're doing right now. If you don't commit, you can't turn the ball over and just let the clock run. And
you can either call that smart basketball or scared coaching. It's one of the two.
I'm going to call it scared coaching. And I'm going to be honest with you, there's nothing that frustrates me more in a basketball game. People came to watch a basketball game. They didn't come to watch somebody hold a basketball for 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, it makes a big difference there if it's in the fourth quarter and you're under the last minute or so.
Now Mercer gives the ball to Peterhouse through the middle. Shot no good. Rebound collected by Mosley. Now the push ahead to Warren G. Warren G goes under the basket. The shot knocked off, no good, but he is going to get fouled, and that's going to put Warren Canfield at the line to shoot 2. I believe that foul call goes against should be right, which would be his second foul, and that is the call. So Mars with 2, and once again the Cats in the bonus. And typically a really good shooter off the mark there on that first shot.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth right there.
Second shot is up and good. And now Cats showing a little bit of pressure on the defensive end of the floor. And I was starting to wonder when we were going to start to see the press here. Now the Mercer gets across the timeline, kicks it over to Mars. Mars gets it back out to Peterhouse. Peterhouse drives up the middle. He wants to go hard and finish, and he does. Good, and he's going to foul on the basket as well. So that's going to put Peterhouse at the line with an opportunity to convert the three-point play. That foul is going to go against, I believe, Warren Canfield picks up his first foul of the game.
No, that's his third. Oh, Warren.
Warren Canfield, yeah. And Peterhouse converts on the three-point play. 47-31 the score with 2:25 to go here in the third quarter. Davis brings the ball back up the floor, gets it across to Cayman Canfield. Canfield over to Warren Canfield in the corner for 3. No good. And the rebound chased down and collected by Bogus. Bogus gives it over to Cayman Canfield with a shot fake. And now the shot, it's no good. Rebound collected by the other Canfield. Now Warren gets it back out to Logan Davis, and Davis with a three-pointer at the top of the key. Knocks it down. Makes it a 13-point game. 47-34. Cats now pressuring, trying to set the trap and see if they can't force a turnover here. Peterhouse gets it across the timeline. Now he's going to kind of slow things down, working against Mosley. He drives the lane, and we got a travel call. Yes, sir. Good call, good eye there. As he took an extra step, that turns the ball back over to the Cats, and now the Cats going to have possession with an opportunity to try to go down and cut a little deeper into this lead.
You know, I love this atmosphere like this. When I was in high school and we played against Perry County, it was a huge rivalry each and every time, and I feel like that's going to be something that's going to be there for the next few years at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Davis now passes the ball inside to Bogus. Bogus working against Haston. He's going to get blocked, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Bogus. They're going to say Bogus was the last to touch the basketball, and it's going to be Perry County ball. 1:28 to go, 47-34.
I completely disagree with that call being their basketball. However, they could have called a travel right there. So,
now the ball out of, oh my gosh, Ryan standing right there. Coach Franks had his hand up. The ball goes out of bounds. Perry County looks to me like they just fumbled the basketball. I didn't see anybody from Wayne County touch it.
I didn't either.
And they're going to say the ball stays with Perry County and touched by a Wayne County player. Now the pass ahead to Brody Lee. Lee thought about the three-pointer. Instead, he pulls it down and drives along the baseline and puts up the layup. Going to be good. Makes it a 15-point game once again with 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Now Davis brings the ball back up the floor for the Cats. Tries to swing it over to Drew Bogus. Bogus prevents the backcourt violation, but he saves it right back to Brody Lee, and Brody passes ahead to Mercer. Mercer gets it back out to Landon Houston. Sorry, not Landon Houston, but Cooper Haston rather, and he gives it back out to Mercer. Now Mercer's going to slow it down, and I believe Perry County's just going to hold the basketball here at this point, maybe try to get the last shot of the quarter.
Well, if I was Perry County, I would have been aggressive right there and tried to score because Wayne County was having to get directed by Cayman Canfield. They were running like if they were on offense, it would have been called like an overload because they had too many guys on one side.
Yep. Now the pass back out to Mercer. Mercer's setting up there. He gets the ball over to Peevahouse. Peevahouse working against Bogus. He shimmers and shakes and drives inside and passes underneath to Houston. Houston with a shot fake off the mark and blocked out by Mosley. Mosley passes ahead to Logan Davis. Davis now goes up on the layup. No good. And there's going to be a foul call push underneath. That's going to put somebody for the Cats at the line to shoot too. I believe it's going to be Mosley.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to go to the line. I don't know who it is. Foul called against, that's going to go against Cooper Hastings. That's going to be his fourth foul of the game. And the Cats in the bonus. Somebody's a shooter at this point. And it's Mosley going to the line.
It looks like Drew may have a little blood on him, so he's not to go down to the locker room and clean that up.
Yeah, Drew got tagged, and he's bleeding a little bit. So now he's got to go. They're taking Drew Bogus to the locker room. We got 4.7 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Into the game for the Cats, and Casey Mosley goes to the line to shoot two. Now we finally got everything sorted out here to see exactly what's going on.
I got thrown off there a little bit.
Yeah, I think we all did.
Man.
First one's a little too strong, no good off the back of the iron. And now Eric Peters checks back into the game for Perry County as Cooper Haston with 4 fouls goes to the bench. Casey knocks down his second shot. It's going to fall through and be good. And now the Cats apply a little bit of pressure as the Peevahouse brings the ball back up the floor with last shot here at the end of the third quarter. No good. Your score at the end of 3, Perry County 49, Wayne County 35. Stay right here with us, folks. You're listening to Wayne County Basketball on Big Oldies. I really don't have any to lose, but this game makes me feel like I'm losing some. Here the Big Oldies Radio. Your score at the start of the fourth quarter, Perry County out in front, 49-35. Perry County with possession of the basketball as we start the fourth quarter of action.
I'm really looking forward to, I'm really looking forward to this quarter. It's going to, like I just said, it's about to get wild in here.
Yeah, absolutely. Kenner Haston back on the floor for Perry County, inbounds the ball to Mercer. Now Mercer's going to give the ball over to Peevahouse. Nearly a backcourt violation right there as Peevahouse stepped into the backcourt and Mercer passed it to him after coming across. And now we're going to get a drive and a foul called against the Cats, and that's going to go against Warren Canfield. Canfield's second foul of the game, first team foul against Wayne County here in the fourth quarter.
Did you just hear something?
Yeah, it's okay. We got it sorted out. Now Mercer with the basketball. He drives inside, and he's going to drive, finish, and he's going to pick up the foul. The basket good for Mercer, and he's going to go to the line with an opportunity to convert on the three-point play as they're going to call Logan Davis with the foul. That's going to be 3 now against Logan. Second team foul against Wayne County.
I missed one of his fouls because I only had one.
Well, they got 3 on the board. So 3 now for Logan, and it's a 52-35 ball game. Now Logan brings the ball back up the floor. He just stops and pulls up over the defender, knocks it down. Makes it a 15-point game once again. Clock winding down here. We're at 7:20 to play here in the fourth quarter. Davis defending Peebahouse out at the top. The screen comes in from the left. Peebahouse drives right. And we're going to get a travel call underneath as Peebahouse takes an extra step or two and turns the ball back over to the Cats. Drew Boggess comes out of the locker room. Looks like they've got him cleaned up. And
Kirk Hastings is losing his mind. He said, that's not a walk. Man, he slid like 4 inches. That is a travel.
Absolutely a travel. 15-point game. The Cats have got to start knocking down some shots and clawing back into this lead.
Oh.
Yeah, and that turnover does not help as Peebahouse steps in the lane and just takes the pass away as Mosley was trying to get the ball inside to Canfield, and Peebahouse just takes it away, gives it over to Mercer. Now Mercer trying to get the ball to Hastings, and he turns the ball over as Canfield steps in the lane, takes it away, and Canfield right there on defense. He just knocks down that layup and doesn't even hesitate, and now the inbounds pass comes ahead to Peebahouse and Warren Canfield. Warren G's going to pick up his 3rd foul. That's 3 now against the Cats here in the third quarter. And now Drew Boggess checks back into the game for the Cats as Warren Canfield goes to the bench with his 3rd foul. Cats cannot afford to get in foul trouble here in this fourth quarter. Perry County,
5 seconds.
we got a 5-second violation. That's perfect right there.
I was thinking it, and I'm sitting there thinking, man, that's as long as 5 seconds.
5-second violation turns the ball back over to the Cats. So the Cats with the basketball. Davis takes the inbounds. He brings it up the floor. Got a chance to make it a 10-point game here. Kicks it over in the corner to Case Bryant. He wanted the 3, but he's got Peebahouse right in his face. So instead he gives the ball up. He kicks it around to Boggess. Boggess finds Canfield behind him. Canfield with a 3-pointer. Knocks it down. Makes it a 10-point basketball game. And now Canfield working actively on defense, and he's going to get a foul as they get the ball into Kenner Hastings. And Canfield's going to pick up his 3rd foul of the game. That's now 4 against the Cats. So with 6:17 to go in the basketball game, the Cats have only 1 foul to give before they put Perry County in the bonus. And travel call right there as Peebahouse picked up his foot, drug it. And they're going to turn the ball back over to the Cats. Cats in foul trouble at this point. Perry County has not committed a foul in this fourth quarter.
Now, we may be in foul trouble, but you still cannot back off.
No, you got to play hard. I mean, this is the game, right?
Good hustle by Drew.
Yeah, Drew Boggess coming in there. Davis puts up a shot off the mark, and Drew Boggess comes in trying to make the rebound, and it goes out of bounds off of Boggess. So Perry County going to take the turnover there on the out-of-bounds play. And now they inbound the ball to Brody Lee. Lee, Cats in a full-court man-to-man press. And Canfield working against Hastings. That is a terrible call. I mean, he barely breathed on him. I mean, yeah, there was some contact, but that's not enough to call a foul right there. And that's going to put that's Cayman's 4th foul, 5th foul now against the Cats. So 5:57 now to play in the basketball game. Perry County is in the bonus for the rest of the game.
That was smart by that kid to pick up his dribble right there. He was trapped right there. He wouldn't do much. No. I can say pick his dribble up. I meant stop the drive. Mm-hmm. And from the back angle, it looks like a foul. He's in no position to make that call.
No, absolutely not. Hastings knocks down both of those shots there, so 100% on that trip to the line. Stretches the lead back out to 12 for Perry County. Now Logan Davis picked up his dribble. He thought about the 3. Instead, he passes the ball around, gets it over to Canfield. Canfield inside to Mosley. Mosley spins with his left hand against Warren, and he knocks it off the glass. Makes it a 10-point game once again for the Cats. Perry County brings the ball up the floor. They get the ball over to Peebahouse. Swings around to Brody Lee. Lee gets it back out to Peebahouse at the top, working against Davis. He hands the ball off to Mercer. Now Mercer dribbles back out to the top. He's trying to set up and direct traffic. The handoff now to Lee. Lee coming around the back end. Davis tried to get his hands in there and knock it loose, and now Perry County's got guys all over the top of each other.
Mercer and Hastings are getting away with some cheap movements. Mm-hmm. It's smart basketball by those guys, but it's still cheap, man, in a game like this. And he's going to get called right there on a double dribble. So Wildcats are going to have the possession right now
Double dribble committed by Hastings, going to turn the ball back over, and the Cats now with an opportunity to cut it back to single digits here. We got 5 minutes to go in the basketball game. It's a 10-point game, and Cats with possession. Davis with the ball, spins it around to Canfield inside. Now just a little too strong on the shot, and Hastings comes out with the basketball on the rebound. He's going to bring it off the floor, and it goes off of his own foot. Kick ball out of bounds. He's going to turn the ball back over to the Cats.
The Vikings have 6 turnovers this quarter.
Yeah.
We need to keep piling those on.
Yeah, just keep it up. You know, the problem is the Cats have only converted about 6 points off of those turnovers.
Yeah, well, I can tell you it's better than 0.
Indeed.
I know they're trying to get Bryant working here. They're trying to get him in there.
Mosley with the basketball working. Now, Mosley works inside. The left hand, no good. But Mosley picks up his own rebound, kicks it out to Canfield. Canfield with the rebound off the mark. Bryant comes in with the rebound, and that time Canfield takes the pass and knocks down the three-pointer. It's knocked down to a 7-point game, 54-47. Wayne County is climbing back into this thing. This is not over yet, and the student section down here is getting awfully rowdy at this point as Mercer tries to work inside. They're trying to get the ball down low. They're trying to get the ball inside to Kenner Hastings. Cam and Canfield in great position, forces the turnover.
They're going to call timeout. He's trying to get the timeout.
As the ball goes out of bounds, and now the Cats have got the basketball with a chance to put this thing down to maybe a 4 or 5 point game. Davis brings it across the timeline, gives it over to Cam. Why wouldn't you? Gets it back out to Case Bryant. Bryant over to Davis, to Bogus, back to Bryant. Bryant inside to Canfield. Canfield wants to work inside out. He wanted Bryant, but it wasn't there. Instead, he gets it out to Bogus. Now swings it over to Case Bryant. Now Bryant drives along the baseline, and he was trying to get it to Will Mosley, so Case and Mosley into the basket, and Peebahouse just took it away from him.
Cason's going to pick his second one up.
And Cason's going to pick up the foul. Second foul for Cason, and unfortunately the Cats in the bonus. That's going to put Peebahouse at the line, and
they still have 0 fouls.
Yeah, I don't understand that one at all.
I don't understand how you can play a game like this, and you've been playing for right at, what we played, 8-minute quarters?
Yeah.
No, we played 12.
8.
That's football.
You're thinking about football, brother.
He missed the first.
Peebahouse 1 for 2 on that trip, makes it an 8-point advantage for Perry County. We got 3.5 minutes to play here in the basketball game. Davis brings the ball up the floor, swings it over to Case Bryant, back over to Davis. Davis working against Brody Lee. He dribbles, drives inside, and he goes up over 1, off the glass, in for 2, cuts the lead down to 6. Cats are not going away here now. Hastings brings it over the floor, and Mosley with the block, and they're going to call Mosley with a foul there, as Hastings goes to the basket, and what looked like a clean rip on this side of the floor, they're going to call that a foul. Mosley's going to pick up his 3rd foul, and that's going to put Kenner Hastings at the line to shoot 2.
I'm not even going to comment because it's going to sound biased.
The shot rolls in. Second shot through the cylinder. That one's going to be good, and we're going to get a timeout taken. Perry County's going to take a timeout here. With 3:11 to go, 57-49 the score, and Cats are fighting. Let's give them credit. I mean, they're not quitting. They're not going away to stay in this thing. But, it's been the entire second half. It feels like it's just on the precipice, and a little push could turn it either way.
I told you this quarter's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of energy. The atmosphere is going to be pretty wild. So you can imagine what that'll be like if we meet these guys in district somewhere, down the line.
Well, you're talking about meeting them in district down the line. We've got they've got tonight, but then we've got a regular season matchup with them in 2 weeks in their gym.
Yep.
And then between district tournament and region tournament, we could see these guys as many as 4 times this season.
And I can't tell you how many times that's happened with us, and not necessarily all the time with Perry County, but with other teams that were really good that we played back in the day, like summertime when they were 1A.
Yeah.
In basketball, they were always.
Richland last year, we played them 3 times, and it's just,
they're clawing, they're fighting, they're scratching. They're doing everything they can. The fouls on the board show that. You know, it's 5-0 right now, and I look to see the Vikings get in a little bit of foul trouble themselves right here.
Well, they've definitely got fouls to give, and I think if I'm Coach Haston, I'm telling them go ahead and take them.
Yeah.
You know, don't give up any easy baskets. If you got somebody going to the right, you know, lay into him, and just try not to get it flagrant. You know.
Oh, he traveled
inside the Vargas. Vargas drags that foot, and the turnover. I tell you what, as much as you see flashes of really, really good basketball out of these freshmen, every once in a while you see those freshman mistakes, and that hurts you in these games, you know.
Well, they're guaranteed. They're guaranteed just by anybody. You're going to make mistakes. You know, there's only one man that's perfect, and none of us are him.
No.
And, you know, so we're going to make mistakes, and the older you get, the more experience you get, the less those mistakes happen.
Yep. Lee with the basketball now, works it inside the Peepa House. Peepa House working against Davis. He spins around. He wants to go up, and it's out there. Instead, he kicks it back out to Mercer. Mercer with a three-point shot. Off the mark, no good. Lee with the rebound, and the foul called against Case Bryant before the shot. So the shot is not going to count, but that's going to put Brody Lee at the line to shoot two. Case Bryant picks up his second foul of the game. But that seems odd to say at this point in time. It feels like everybody's got fouls in the play.
I think it was Peepa House that had it underneath the block right there on the other side. And it just bothers me when he lowers his shoulder and kind of pushed into him. You know, you're smart enough. You're a good enough player. Take that.
Yeah.
He hits you like that, fall backwards.
Lee converts on one of two shots there. Now the ball brought up the floor by the Cats. Davis has the ball. He drives inside. He's going up against Warren. The layup no good, a little too strong, but Mosley on the rebound and the putback makes it a 7-point game, 58-51. With about 2 minutes to play. That Peepa House driving inside, and he's going to get fouled by Logan Davis. So Davis is going to pick up his fourth foul of the game, and that's going to put Peepa House at the line to shoot two. And at this point in time, you know, I mean, the Cats really don't have any fouls to give, but you got several guys on the verge of fouling out of this game right now. Davis has 4. Canfield has 4. Peepa House converts on both of those shots.
This kid has hit too many free throws.
9-point game with 2 minutes to play. Davis breaks the press through the middle, kicks it back out to Canfield. Canfield looks across, finds Case Bryant. Bryant with a three-pointer, and that three-pointer is going to fall through and be good. And now Wayne County is going to take a timeout, having cut it down to a 6-point game. Perry County with a 60-54 lead, and
well, I was going to say before that timeout right there, that was they kind of bagged on Hastings a little bit tonight. You know, as far as the coach, he's a great guy, but that was a very smart call right there.
Yeah, it was.
Coming up into the full court pressure like that is going to force Wayne County, or attempting to force Wayne County to come up with a empty possession or a turnover to mess them up. It was smart by him. It didn't give Wayne County time to set up, but
we were able to break it.
Bryant said, "Say what?"
yeah.
I said, "Say what?" He jumped up and knocked that three ball down. It was beautiful.
Yeah,
great job. Great
I believe that's the first one he's made tonight.
It is.
He's shot a few, but
he hasn't shot well the past several games.
No, he's been off, and we need him to heat up before the tournament starts. That's for sure. Now Hastings brings the ball across the floor. He's being guarded by Nate Beavis. Beavis staying with him really strong. Now the handoff to Mercer, and the switch there. Now to Peepa House, and Peepa House Beavis, and now Beavis comes in and commits the foul high on Peepa House. So that's going to put Peepa House on the line to shoot two. I believe that's going to be Nate Beavis' third foul of the game. And now Canfield and Davis going to check back in as they got a quick breather coming out of that timeout. So Canfield and Beavis come back off the floor. Peepa House first shot is short, no good.
He is 5 for 8 right now at the free throw line.
Davis and Canfield back on the floor for the Cats. It's Cayman Canfield, Logan Davis, Casey Mosley, Drew Bogus, and Case Bryant. Second shot falls through, and it is good. 1:39 to play and a 7-point Perry County lead. Davis brings the ball up the floor. He's working, immediately collapsed, and now the ball over to Drew Bogus in the corner. Bogus with a three-pointer, way short, no good. Rebound collected by Perry County. Now Brody Lee gets the ball across the timeline. He's just going to stop and slow down, wait for his team. And Perry County's going to work this clock. Handoff to Peevahouse. Peevahouse being guarded by Bryant out at the top, and Bryant commits the foul. That's going to be Case Bryant's third foul of the game. And that's going to put Peevahouse at the line to shoot 2 with 1:14 to go here in the game. First one's good.
I'd say that's the guy on the floor right now that I'd want shooting free throws, but it's not working out well for us.
No. Canfield inbounds the foul to Davis. It's a 9-point Perry County lead with 1:08 to play. Davis drives through the middle, wants to go finish, and he does. So he gets the layup in the favorable roll, makes it a 56-63 game. Wayne County has cut it back down to 7. Haston with the ball drives against Case Bryant, comes in against Mosley. Mosley comes in to challenge him, and he did. He got punched right in the nose. He's hurt. That's a punch, and that should be a flagrant taken, but no call at all whatsoever. Mosley just on the ground, and that should be a T. I mean, he just hauled off and hit him.
That was Haston, right?
Yeah, that was Haston. Made the shot and got the punch in there on him, and no call whatsoever. Now Davis with the basketball driving down the floor, and now Perry County going to commit the foul.
This is his first.
Yeah, it's their first team foul this quarter. I mean, that's what I'm saying with and Brody Lee. That's his first foul of the game. You're inside of a minute to play. I mean, Perry County's in position right now. Don't give up any easy shots. Commit the foul. Lose the time. And now Davis goes in for the layup, and he's going to get fouled on the way up the basket. That's going to be a shooting foul, so that's going to put Logan at the line with a chance to shoot 2 with the clock stopped and 40 seconds left in this game. Warren fouls out of the game. That's his 5th foul as he exits the game, and Cooper Haston comes back into the game for Perry County.
Logan Davis, he's going to knock both of these free throws down.
We got to make these free throws. You got to make them.
I was trying to motion when that happened. I was trying to motion to Coach Franks and the bench over there, let them know, hey, tell him he punched him, and see if they can't communicate and get a call. That can happen. I understand, but that can happen sometimes.
Yep. Davis knocks down the first of the 2 free throws. Davis and Warren Canfield are going to check back into the game as Logan Davis is going to go back to the bench. So Cats now putting in defensive set. They inbound the ball to Peevahouse. Peevahouse brings the ball up the floor. He's going to get fouled by Canfield. Warren Canfield committing the foul. That's his 4th foul, and that's going to put Peevahouse at the line to shoot 2. Coach Frank's doing a smart thing. Every time we get possession back to Perry County, he's taking Kamen and Logan off the floor so that neither one of them have to commit the foul and foul out of the game. And now Logan and Kamen are going to check back into the game. 37 seconds to play. The first free throw by Peevahouse is no good. Boy, we need him to miss this one too. And he doesn't. He knocks that one through. 66-58. Now Logan operating with some urgency, bringing the ball up the floor. We got to go quick here. And he goes up and finishes. The layup is good and makes it a 6-point game again. No foul committed. Now the inbound pass to Haston. Haston's just going to dribble around, and Bryant's got to come up and commit the foul. 21.8 seconds to go. Case Bryant going to pick up his 4th foul. And that's going to put Kenner Haston at the line to shoot 2. With 21.8 seconds to go, and you got to think if he makes this is the ball game right here.
He's 10 for 11. Now he's 11 for 12.
Yep. First one's good. Warren Canfield checking back into the game. Mosley going to the bench. I'm not sure I understand that move. Why are you taking your biggest guy off the floor right now? Second shot, no good. Rebound collected by Canfield. He hands off to Davis. Davis bringing the ball quickly up the floor. Gets it over to Canfield. Quick 3 off the mark, no good. Rebound collected by Peevahouse. And that should just about do it tonight. He passes ahead to Cooper Haston, and Haston's going to get fouled by Drew Bogus with 7.8 seconds left. That's going to be Bogus' 3rd foul of the game, and that's going to put Cooper Haston at the line to shoot 2 shots. He can make it a 9-point game here with 7.9 seconds to go, and that's going to be just about ice this game.
He's 0 for 1 tonight.
First one's good. Haston now at the line with the second shot is up and away. That one falls through as well. 69-60 the score. Ball inbounds. Kamen's going to let it dribble, and he's going to bring it up the floor. Passes it over to Davis. Davis with a three-pointer. Off the mark, no good. Rebound collected by Perry County, and that's going to take us to the end of the game. Your final score, Perry County 69, Wayne County 60. We'll be right back with final stats and analysis. You listen to Wayne County on Big Oldies.
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your attendance.
Basketball fans to Big Oldies Radio. Your final score tonight, the Wildcats of Wayne County fall to the Perry County Vikings 69-60. Your final score. Will, you got some final stats for us, brother?
Yeah, if my math is correct here, I was counting pretty fast.
Yeah, I understand.
There's a lot to count tonight. What we have for the Vikings, 00 Colton Peeble House ended up with 17. Brody Lee had 3. Jake Mercer had 13. Lyndon Warren had 8. We shut him out the second half.
Yeah.
Number 5, Kenner Haston, he had 21. And the other Haston, Cooper Haston, had 7 for the night. So that is theirs. Should tally up to 69 if my math is right. And for the Cats right here, we have Case Bryant ended up with 5. Logan Davis, who had a huge, monstrous fourth quarter, had 13. Kaysen Mosley, number 21, had 11. Drew Balgus had 9. And Warren Canfield had 1. And Case Butler had 3. Leading the Cats, as always, was number 25, Kamen Canfield, with 18 tonight.
So on both sides of the floor, you had 3 players in double figures.
Yeah.
But the first quarter deficit just proved to be a little too much to overcome, and that it just goes to show you got to play 4 quarters. You know, you can't pick up and start playing in the second quarter. You can't quit early. If there's a silver lining to this one tonight, it's reminding us that we get to see these guys again in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we get to go to their floor and have a chance to play them again, and then we're likely to see them again in district tournament play. So I would say you're guaranteed a second game, and I'd say you're just about guaranteed a third game with this team before the season's over.
Depending on what everybody else looks like, depending on what Collinwood looks like. I know Collinwood gave them a run for their money the other night. So, I'm sitting here looking at these stats per quarter and whatnot, and we had the first and the third quarters, the 2 odd quarters, are the quarters that we scored single digits.
Right.
We scored 20 in the second, and we scored 25 in the fourth.
Right.
When Vikings had double digits every single quarter tonight. They went 22, 14, 13, and 20. And, we can't win ball games like that. Not against teams a lot like this. And I believe I'm off 2 points right there, but it's close enough.
That's okay. You're close enough.
And I will tell you this. With the loss, I'm still super proud of these Cats tonight.
Yes.
Continuing to claw. They never once thought that they would ever be defeated. And I guarantee you, they're in the locker room right now thinking, you know what? we're coming after you.
Yeah.
You know, we're not satisfied with that. Not necessarily satisfied, but we don't feel defeated.
No.
All right, you haven't beat us yet.
No.
You know, I'm sure that's what they're saying in their head now. Technically, you know, they're going by the scores, name of the game. Obviously, they did come out with a victory tonight. But the Wildcats, I can promise you, are sitting down there right now thinking, we're coming back for you. We're going to get you.
And we get them again in 2 weeks. But in the meantime, we've still got some basketball to play next week. Tuesday night, Fayetteville coming into town to play a non-district game here on this floor. We're not going to bring you that action on Big Oldies, but John Harper will have that action for you on WCHS Sports, so you can watch that on YouTube. And, Will, I believe you're doing the play-by-play on those games, are you not, buddy?
Not on YouTube.
Not on YouTube? Okay.
I was.
You were? Okay, I'm sorry.
That's a whole situation.
Okay, yeah, it is weird. We'll leave that one alone now.
No, if he wants me to do it, that's fine. But, you know,
I thought I heard you calling the game the other night. So I was
that was Jackson. That was Jackson. But, you know, I wanted to say this. We were talking a few minutes ago about possibly meeting them for a third time. We were talking about how history repeats itself and whatnot. You know, not necessarily in those words, but that's what we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
And let's think about, I believe it was last year when the Cats lost to Clifton twice.
Yep.
And it met them in the third game, if I remember
That's
correctly,
right.
and
That's
beat them
right.
when it mattered the most.
Beat them when it mattered.
So that could be the same situation this year. I'm not saying let's shoot for that. I'm saying shoot for the victories going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to win these games.
But I'm just saying that it's not like there's no hope. It's not like you're lost. It's not like this is the end of it. Don't look at your record and think, my goodness, we can't do it. Guys, I'm here to tell you, you can look up there on the board right now. The 2004 Wildcats sub-state season, we went 26-9. The 2005, we went 32-5, and the 2006, we went 29-7. In both of those years, we went to state Final Four. So Cats, don't count yourself out yet.
No,
you keep grinding. You keep grinding. We can come back and we can take care of business.
100%. And I mean, the basketball season's not over with, right? It's not like you're in a sub-state game that you're lost in the game. Your season's over. This was a regular season basketball game. We see these guys again in 2 weeks on their floor. But next week, Fayetteville comes to town on Tuesday night, and then next Friday night, we're making the trip down the road, down Highway 13, 9 miles down the road to go to Collingwood. And we will be bringing that game to you here on Big Oldies Radio, so we hope you'll join us for that.
A lot of people I love over there, just not when they're playing against us. So, you know what, I imagine that's going to be a pretty good game. I think they've had a pretty decent season so far. I haven't really kept up with their final record, overall record. I know they're giving teams, trouble. So
I'll put it like this. I've been in Wayne County now for 4 years. I just celebrated my 4th year pastoring the church out at Calvary. My first year that I was here, I showed up one Sunday morning in a hunter green shirt to preach. Man. And I'm not going to name any names, but there's a specific basketball coach in this room who had something to say about that color choice that day. And I figured out pretty quick that I don't need to wear that green anymore if I'm going to be around here.
My kids know that too. We don't really have much green in our house at all. You can in the wallet or in the closet. So the only thing I like is green grass. I'm saying all this and being truthful. Everyone from Collingwood, much love to you. Just love the competition between us, and just pray that I hope that we're able to keep competing with each other in football and in basketball. I love that. You got a small town, you got a big county, as far as space goes. But these small town rivals can go pretty deep. Wayne County and Collingwood, each and every year they are a battle. It does not matter how good you are or how bad you are. It kind of reminds me of the NFC East. Right? I am a Dallas Cowboy fan, but it does not matter when you got those 4 teams going up against each other how good you are, because either one of them can come out with that victory.
Well, I'd say this season it's more like the NFC West, because 3 of the Final 4 in the NFC are coming out of the West right now.
Oh, that's 100% true. Man, it is what it is. Don't get me started on all that stuff. You start talking football, we could be
we're gonna let it go. But basketball fans, just stay with us. We appreciate you being with us tonight. Lady Cats victorious tonight. Wildcats come up just short against Perry County. We'll see these teams again in 2 weeks. In the meantime, tune in next Tuesday night to WCHS Sports on YouTube for the Lady Cats and the Wildcats playing host to Fayetteville. And then next Friday night, we'll be at Collinwood High School as the Lady Cats and the Wildcats play on the road against the Lady Trojans and the Trojans of Collinwood. For all of us here at WCHS Sports, we appreciate you joining into us tonight. Thanks to David Sisk for jumping in with us on the first game tonight. For Will Mosley, myself, Jacob Kitchens, and all the guys back in the studio, we appreciate you being here with us tonight. We'll see you next Friday night for Collinwood. You've been listening to Wayne County Basketball on Big Oldies.
All right, folks, we're going to run the sponsors here for a little while. If it wasn't for the sponsors, I wouldn't be able to do this broadcast. And thank you to Big Oldies Radio for giving us the audio for the play-by-play. Really appreciate that. Chuck over at the radio station, go support him, go support my sponsors. And we're going to run them for a few minutes and then shut her down. Thanks for joining us.